Hi Aries, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Aries, this is your love reading starting today on the 3rd of August, and I am setting the intent that whoever resonates with this message will find it. And I'm going to continue to do these love readings, but I'm going to have like a foundation of your awakened path. Whatever choice you're making right now is going to be due to you are like just awakening on this path. And you know what I mean if you're drawn to this. So I'm going to start this here on YouTube. I'm going to start this reading, just look into what's going on in your love life. And then for the extended, there's going to be like a follow-up to where we found here. And at the end there, I'm going to incorporate a intuitive meditation so that if you feel drawn to that, like, okay, so whatever it is that you need to do, you can sit in quiet meditation, and I'm going to guide you through that. It's like a meditation of just between 5 and 10 minutes, whatever wants to come through. And I'm fully trusting that in the moment. I've done that a lot of times. Just have that meditation where you sit quietly and allow it for yourself to just follow on that journey to bring you closer to that love story that we want to bring about for you. So if you feel like you resonate with that, you're going to find that in the extended. So let's start with where you're at right now. I'm using the Mystical Wisdom card deck. So beautiful images for just your general like a layout, what's going on, and I'm going to clarify it with the magical unicorns. So this first is more like a peacock image. There they are. For just today, hopefully I have a different camera, so I'm going to try to work the best I can with it and it with me. So Aries, love story for your awakening path. What's going on right now? You might want to fast forward because it feels like it's going to take a little bit. So they really want a specific card. Yeah, okay. And one more. There you go. Wow. Yeah, it's so interesting. It's almost like it said, can we get like the information about your love story on this awakening path? And it's exactly what they're giving me. It's like we have this opportunity knocks here, and the camera reverses the cards. I know about it. I'm keeping it in. It says opportunity knocks, and how you're thinking about all these things on this very much awakening path with this dragonfly here, which for me stands for huge spiritual transformation. So it's really beautiful how that just comes out immediately to sort of just validate that's what we're asking about. But what I see here is that I think Aries, the group of Aries that I'm connecting with, at least at this moment in time, is you're looking at your love relationship, or this, where it says opportunity knocks on the bottom. A couple of things coming through here. So it's like you're more in the thinking about it stage rather than living in it stage, if that makes any sense. Like there's a wanting to be in this relationship rather than being in the relationship. And we have unicorns, and if you listened to me before, you know that unicorns and peacocks, maybe I didn't say that, is my indicator that there's a soulmate connection around. And we had up here, there's a unicorn flying around in that bubble, and it's like you're looking into different realities. Like, what is it that you're going to choose? Like, it's all these different realities, or all these different opportunities. I mean, we have opportunity knocks. So that's one aspect of it. Like you're looking at all these different aspects of this love relationship. How is this going to play out? How is this going to come about? How is this going to even, for some of you guys, I think it's more like a, how is this even going to happen? Rather than how are we going to make this work? That's for one aspect. But then the other aspect of it is that I feel that some of you guys you're thinking about there's a certain person in your life. There's a certain person that has maybe like either in dream state or like you started to feel or pick up the essence of them, or there are people surrounding you or people around you that are interesting, but it's like you look at each and every one of them and you wonder, how is that going to work? How is that even going to be possible? And that's not even for you to figure out. It's just an opportunity knocks. This is opportunity knocks. And it's not even for you to figure out how that is going to work. You just have to feel. You have to feel which one it is that you're most drawn to. And then on the very bottom, if you see that, I mean, it's mirrored and it's very tiny, but on the very bottom it says, go for it. So it's like, it's not even up to you to try to figure out, to try to intellectualize further down the line, like, how is this going to even work? How is this going to play out? Whether that is you, it can be so many different things. This is general reading, so this is just it can be so many different things. How can I meet them where I'm at in my stage in my life right now? If they're across the country from you, if they're in another country from you, if they're such an age difference, they're vastly older than you are, vastly younger than you are. How is this with your occupation and their occupation? Like, it feels like there's so many questions. Just drop the questions. Is not for you to intellectualize at this stage, maybe ever. It's more to go for what feels the best for you in this moment, okay? And then we have the dragonfly with the biggest spiritual transformation ever. And it's so interesting because this dragonfly here is not actually a dragonfly, it's a dragon with fly wings. And I talked about it before in the sense that it feels like it's almost a hybrid situation going on. We're combining the DNA of the dragon and with the DNA of the fly and calling it a dragonfly. And so the card is dragonfly, live your life to the fullest. And what it feels, I mean, this has come out before. I don't know if that was for Aries. It might have been for Capricorn. I can't remember now. I just remember that this card came out, and if it resembles, like it's the same, I get the same vibe around it. It's that we're mixing this type of connection being made to this other person, where it's almost like you're gonna, I don't know if it's like 3 or 4 or 5 people that are interesting to you, and maybe like on Monday there was nobody there, and on Tuesday you had 10 suitors. It's like it's very much going overnight, that it feels like they're coming in and out of your life, and where it first felt like it was true ebb, like there was nobody there to even fantasize about. It feels like that's going to fill, like that gap is going to fill up quite soon, or with quite the amount of people, where you, even for somebody where there's 2 people, that could be overwhelming for you, because it's like one is enough. But the thing is that you're going to clarify it. You're going to start to strip away. The more you follow your spiritual path, the more you follow this awakening path that's happening within for you right now, it's going to just be absolutely clear who this hybrid type of person or how this person is making this hybrid type of connection with you is. It's just going to be completely clear to you who that is. But I love how we have that hybrid, like we're blending here, we're mixing it up so that we're like whatever next stage that we're stepping into is going to be such an opening either for you guys to come together, or an opening in the way that you like fully understand who this person is. But let's clarify with this beautiful magical unicorns during virtue. So let's see some clarifications for this opportunity knocks and the dragonfly. Thank you. Wow, it's quite a few cards. So where do we want all of these? Really cute. So we want this here and we want this here. Oh, we have 4 cards under the dragonfly, and we have 2 cards under the opportunity knocks. Wow, I just love these. So take a look at this. I want you to focus. Is this share on the top? I'm not so drawn to that. I'm drawn to the image. Anyway, you somewhat see what's going on there. So this unicorn there that is completely dressed in roses. Roses to me holds the highest vibration. Like the rose out of all the flowers holds the highest vibration out of all the flowers that exist, or so I've heard. Which means that this is like with this opportunity knocks, with this sort of clarification that to not intellectualize is more like feel the vibration of it, and it holds the highest vibration. That's why it's so beautifully blended. How it's like instead of thinking it out and intellectualizing it, feel it out. Feel where the vibration is. And how do you feel where the vibration is? By putting yourself there. Putting yourself in the highest, most vibrant place that you can find is the key to this. And then we have family culture, and I am so super drawn to that. And I love how it's sort of where I said, how is this even going to work? Like, if they're that much older than I am, or if they're that much younger than I am, or if they're living in different worlds, in a different country altogether, it's so representative of this. It's like a black and white horse. It's native Indian. It's like, it's just showing that it doesn't matter if you're white and they're black, or you're black and they're white. It doesn't matter if it's like native Indian, so different cultures that it's not about intellectualizing it. It's about feeling it out and understanding that you just can't make this a mental game. You have to drop the mental game around this and just look at this gorgeousness. It's like black and white unicorn, and feel it out. And there's something about, it's closer to home, it's closer to ancestry home than you know. It's like when people do those, we have those tests, where you can take those tests where you sort of figure out that you think that you're all this, and then you take those tests and you figure out, oh, it turns out I'm 80% Greek, or 45% German, or South African, or whatever it is that comes up, and you're like, oh, I had no idea. So it turns out the person that you're bringing in hits home way, way, way more than I think initially you understand or you realize. And then there's something with pets, overwhelmingly a lot of pets going on here, and the interaction. I love how these are almost exactly the same card. One is curiosity and one is called pets, but it's almost the exact same image. Like, look at these. So the first one is the unicorn, beautiful unicorn here with the cat, like sniffing each other out. Like, ooh, who are you? You're a different species to me. And this comes underneath the hybrid. The dragon meets the fly that becomes a dragonfly. And in that we have the transformation, the beautiful spiritual transformation. And how these two almost exact same cards comes out to say it's a hybrid. It's like we're mixing the two. We have the beautiful unicorn here and was sniffing out the cat in this photo. And then we have the beautiful unicorn here sniffing out the little doggy. This is actually called pets, and this is called curiosity. He's like something about sniffing each other out. It's like getting in touch with each other and figuring each other out. So there's something to this that, yes, when this connection is being made, it's sort of outer worldly. It's sort of a different. The connection itself between you and this person is a hybrid connection, right? So there's like, it's almost like you're two different species, like the dragon and the fly are two different species, but when they come together, it's so obvious. It makes the dragonfly. Obviously, it makes a dragonfly when you put a dragon and a fly together. But if you were to talk about the dragon and then you were to talk about the fly, you would say that they're so different. There's like two completely different species. And here the unicorn compared to the cat, or the unicorn compared to the dog, you would say that a unicorn is completely different than a cat, and that the unicorn is completely different to a dog, like how you would compare them. Yet they go so well together. And there's something about this curiosity. You're sniffing each other out. You're finding each other like through the ethers. Like, not necessarily like smelling each other in physical form, but really sniffing each other out, like finding each other through space, through universal time, and coming together. And try to keep your curiosity open. Get out of your head, get out of the mental game, and keep your curiosity open. Because I think that this coming together, at first glance, at first look, is like, how is this even going to come about? How is this going to work? We're so different. We're so far apart. We're so far apart in terms of political views. We're so far apart in terms of where we live, in terms of age, whatever that is for you. It's like, it's the initial feeling is we're so far apart. I don't know how to make this work. But when you do, you're going to realize that hybrid connection is the thing. It is what makes for the spiritual transformation to happen. It is for the dragonfly. And this is so funny, because it's like, I have a card here that came out. This is hello and goodbye. And this is what it feels like. It feels like on Monday there was nobody, and then on Tuesday it was 10, and then on Wednesday I have 8, and then on Thursday it was 6, and then on Friday I had 8 again. It's like this feeling of there's so many interactions, like in and out, in and out. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. It's like, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Get out of the mental game, get out of the mental body, and get into feeling it out. And I think for some reason, you're meeting a lot of people right now. I don't know if you're not one of the pandemics, whether this is in person or whether this is online, like you're coming across a lot of different energies or a lot of different people, connecting out with, just when you get online, just when you go on Facebook, you connect with a lot of different people. Even though you only interact with one person, you're going to interact with a whole field of people. And there's a lot of hello and goodbye here to sort of go through in a way. It feels like it's just something that you need to do. It's like to sort it out. But I feel like the minute you let it go, and there's all these animals here. I didn't see that. I actually just saw people that you're saying hello to. But it's actually, Wow. So when that is done, it's so freaking interesting how a card can tell so much like in one way, and when that message is ready, something else just all of a sudden completely appears. So it's like at first, if you look at it from this standpoint, it's like, okay, so you're sitting on this horse and you're saying hello, like you're greeting a lot of people, hello, goodbye, like a lot of people. When that is done, you take a closer look. If it wants to, maybe somewhat, yes. There's two people on the horse. It's like, okay, so I want to use the word initiation. When the initiation has happened between you guys, when you're already up on that unicorn, like the bond, it's so freaking interesting because each and every other card, wow. Each and every other card has had the unicorn sphere. Unicorn, unicorn, unicorn. But when the unicorn connection, like when the soulmate connection is being made, has been made, you're turning into this, the connection is made and there's no sphere there anymore. There's no unicorn thingy there anymore. Do you see that in the forehead? It's just a normal horse with wings and stuff. Pegasus, perhaps. But it's like you've turned into the connection now. And when you look closer, now it's like all these different categories of people, all these different species. And it's like we have the little, from Snow White, little dwarf there. We have, if you want to focus, we have all these different kinds of, I don't even know what to call them. A goose and a fox and a rabbit, and there's a lot of animal kingdom probably wants to be around you. When you wake up to your own awareness, and you reach that higher place of vibration, animals just flock to you because they're in the same vibration. But there's something to it here that when you guys come together, when you guys are in this connection, all of these other people, it's like they're coming to you. It's like, what are you doing? How did you meet? What is this? What hybrid type of relationship is this? We want in on it. There's like they want in on it to understand what it is that you did, because it's clearly working. And this is like just a reminder. It has nothing to do, it's everything to do with everything. But it's like a little side note, like how do I bring about this connection? How do I get to this? How do I get to this point? And we have the rainbow here. I don't know if you see that, the rainbow. So there's a rainbow connection here, the soulmate connection. And on the bottom it says, run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. So he just talks about how do you bring this encounter or this soulmate hybrid type of connection about. You're, like I said, you sniff it out, you feel it out, you get out of your mind, you raise your vibration, there you will find them. How do you raise your vibration? You run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. It can also be like drinking water, it can be meditating more, it can be sleeping more, it can be whatever that is for you to raise your vibration. Okay? I love this for you guys. I'm going to move it into the extended, and we're going to continue to see what we can find there. And at the very end, it becomes more clear now. The intuitive meditation will be about how you can open up now to receive and maybe be fine with the fact that it's going to be such a, I don't know, different, that maybe you're the dragon, they're the fly, you're the fly and they're the dragon, and how do we make this happen? So if you feel like you resonate with that and you're interested in that, come to the extended. If not, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye, Aries.